There's a certain eerie feeling you get when you're deep inside a shipwreck. 3 steel decks and 20 meters of water above you. Just the occasional faint glimmer of sunlight piercing the darkness from an open hatch. It's difficult to describe. It's almost a feeling like you don't belong there. And maybe you don't. But to properly tell the story of how we got here, we need to rewind a little to where it all started. The USS Kittiwake was launched on July 10, 1945. She had a long and storied career as a submarine rescue vessel throughout the Caribbean, Mediterranean, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. But perhaps her most famous mission came in 1986 when she successfully recovered the black box after the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. Then, after 49 years of service, she was decommissioned in 1994 and remained idle until the Cayman Islands undertook plans to relocate and sink her right here, just off 7 Mile Beach. It was a fitting choice. A vessel that had spent her career serving divers would now become an artificial reef so they could continue to enjoy her. As you approach her impressive bow, you start to get a real sense of the sheer size of this wreck. At 251 feet long and 42 feet wide, the USS Kittiwake fades into the distant water, making her appear almost ghost-like. An ironic end to a ship that had been designed to rescue people from the depths, not join them. After what feels like an eternity, we finally reach the aft section of the Kittiwake and make our way above the deck. As we do, you can start to see the impressive rigging and fixtures that helped her complete her mission as a submarine rescue vessel. Looking at the crowded deck, you can't help but imagine what life was like on the ship for the 108 sailors that called her home on any given day. After reaching the stern, we turn and begin making our way forward. It becomes immediately obvious that the wreck is lying on her port side, which occurred on October 12, 2017, during Tropical Storm Nate. While Grand Cayman did not sustain a direct hit from the storm, violent underwater swells battered the entire Caribbean. The massive force of these swells snapped the heavy anchor chains holding her upright, dragged her across the seafloor, rolled her onto her port side, and left her leaning against the reef wall. This is a violent demonstration of the power of the ocean, tossing around the remains of an 1,800-ton ship. Continuing to move forward, we pass one of the Kittiwake's most important pieces of equipment, the McCann Submarine Rescue Chamber, also known as a diving bell. This was central to its primary naval mission, reaching trapped sailors from downed submarines. The diving bell would be lowered down from this A-frame structure. Once it reached the vessel below, the bell created a watertight seal over the submarine's escape trunk. The crew would then drain the water from the chamber, open the hatch, and allow 9 sailors at a time to ascend safely to the surface. While its final resting place may only be 65 feet deep, this diving bell was once used to set a world record submarine rescue exercise at a dark, crushing 705 feet. We continue to make our way forward, coming across the remains of the superstructure, the beating heart and command center of the vessel, or what's left of it. The same storm that rolled the Kittiwake onto her side also tore away large sections of the bridge, further testament to the violent power of the ocean swells that day. We enter one of the remaining rooms, portholes lining the wall, imagining the view from them as the Kittiwake made her passage to faraway seas all around the world. Having seen the entire wreck from bow to stern, we now begin what many people consider the true highlight of this dive, the interior. The Kittiwake has 5 interior decks available for exploration, ensuring divers the opportunity to access new features across multiple dives. Despite the eerie atmosphere inside the wreck, a lot of work was done to make her accessible for divers. While no wreck penetration is completely without risk, the Kittiwake was meticulously prepared to be as safe as possible. Large holes were strategically cut into the hull and interior bulkheads to ensure easy navigation inside the wreck. Doors, hatches, and many other internal obstructions were removed to prevent divers from getting trapped within her interior. Despite this, the fact that she is no longer upright does create a somewhat disorienting mood as you make your way through her internal passages. After exiting at the rear of the ship, running low on air, and approaching our no decompression limits, we take one final moment to memorialize one of the most renowned shots of the Kittiwake, her stern. This shot, which displays her iconic name, has lured countless divers to come explore her remains and will undoubtedly entice countless more in the future. And with that, we're on to the next dive, Grand Cayman's famous North Wall. We hope you'll join us.